A lot of us think that Zohran Mamdani, the Democratic nominee for mayor, is a lightweight. But that doesn't mean he's not dangerous, that his victory in the fall, should that happen, won't be terrible for New York City. Because he comes with some very pernicious heavyweight backing. That is, he is running as the selected candidate of the Democratic Socialists of America. It was their organization that put him over the top, their fundraising that was crucial to him winning, and he is obviously a believer, insofar as he believes in anything anyway, in that agenda. He's actually said in the past that he believes in seizing the means of production, which is pretty much about as Marxist as you get, not just small-scale socialism, but hardcore, quasi-communist socialism. Well beyond Bernie Sanders, beyond even AOC, who was herself a Democratic Socialist pick. What does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean that he can just impose his agenda per se. He can't raise taxes on the rich much. Only property taxes can the city itself control, the mayor and the city council. You need the state to okay income tax hikes. But it does mean that he controls so much of city government. He controls the school systems. He controls the NYPD. Who does he put in charge of such major agencies? Does he put fellow Democratic Socialists? It's already been rumored that Jamal Bowman, who was driven out of a House seat in Westchester, would be his school's chancellor. Bowman is a former principal, a former teacher, who has a record of crazy DEI stuff, of opposing standards, of opposing excellence, of thinking that any different result is the result of racism. He's a terrible, terrible force in education, and he's basically what the Democratic Socialists would offer. They talk all the same about equity and justice and oppression, so he fits right in. For the NYPD, maybe he'd take Tiffany Caban, another big DSAer who ran for Queens DA, almost won, and is probably the closest the DSA comes to a policing specialist, although she specializes in being anti-cop. The NYPD is already facing an exodus of its best, of its veterans. Should Mamdani win, whoever he picks to put it to run the NYPD is going to force an exodus, unless he somehow turns around and, before getting elected, disavows everything he's ever said on this issue. He's not going to do that. He'll fudge, he'll dodge, he'll hem and haw. But in the end, Zohran Mamdani has nothing to offer but democratic socialism, plus, his head wave and his social media feed. There's nothing of substance that's good there. All the substance he carries with him is perilous for New York City. Let's hope he's defeated.